Hey guys, I'm here. Today is another day where I'm going to be doing my second mock draft. Now, the last one I did definitely had some controversial picks. Yeah, I'm not good at this. But I decided to put in a little bit more research and trying to make the right picks. And also, it was thanks to you guys. You guys in the comments commenting gave me some ideas of who I should pick. And honestly, it made more sense. The thing is, this is a Seahawks fan trying to do a mock draft for all teams. This is a Seahawks fan opinion. That's why you probably thought most Seahawks fans that were in the comments, they thought I did a pretty good job because I'm a Seahawks fan. I know exactly what we need. Again, I'm not exactly an all-around fan, knowing which teams need what, right? So again, I'm going to make mistakes, but I'm trying to go off of what more of you guys think we should get, or more of you fans of certain teams think you guys should get. So, yeah, it's an all-around effort. So, again, it's going to be another one-round draft. Simple. And, yeah, I don't know what to say. I really appreciate the support from the first mock draft. That is, at 800 views now, which is wild to me in 2 days. Good lord. But, yeah. So, let's get into the draft. So, for trades, I'm going to not do a trade this time. I feel like learning from last episode, the Texans moving up is a little bit dumb. I feel like they don't need to worry as much because, well, one, Bryce Young could become a bust, and two, the Bears, may trade up, but it's okay. You could still land a quarterback. I mean, C.J. Stroud and Will Levi's still here, or you could drop down and get some extra picks. I don't know what your move is, or take a defensive player, right? But in my case and scenario, I say the Bears don't get a trade-off in time in the months they have to pull off a trade just no one wants. So, they stick at 1. So, we're going to start the draft, and here we go. Now, Bears at 1 are going to obviously take Jalen Carter. The reason why I know this is because, Bears are so close to becoming a playoff team. So close. You have an elite quarterback like Justin Fields. You have a team that definitely needs wide receivers, but they can get those in later rounds, all right? If you can just build up your defense a little bit, you will be a great team. This team needs more, youth at some positions than others, so I say Bears take Jalen Carter. It's an improvement. It's going to start making their team a little bit better to the point they can be a playoff team. So I say Jalen Carter goes number 1. It's honestly an easy decision from a lot of people's standpoint, so yeah. Now, I know, Texans could pick Will Anderson here, take a guy. But again, Davis Mills is not the answer currently. You might as well experiment a little bit, use your 12 pick on a defensive player, and just play it out, So I say they take Bryce Young. They need a quarterback. The first 2 picks of my first mock draft are basically the same. Now the Cardinals. Cardinals, again, I'm staying the same. They take Will Anderson here because, you don't crazy need a corner. It's not a huge need. O-line isn't here for you yet, all right? I say you grab an edge. J.J. Watt's gone again. Chandler Jones is gone. You don't have the best edges, so you take Will Anderson. That's a huge thing for your team. Colts, on the other hand, I'm sticking with what I said last draft. Look, I don't trust Will Levi's just yet. I don't know. After the Zach Wilson stuff, he seems more like a Zach Wilson type player, and I just need to see more just more status on him to really make a decision. But right now, I'm sticking with C.J. Stroud at 4. Just because of the, talent. I feel like he has more possible talent than Will does, so that's why I'm picking him. Now, Seattle. As a Seattle fan, there's 2 options here. Obviously, Myles Murphy is number 1 and Brian Brees is number 2. Why do I say Myles Murphy? Well, think about it. Bruce Irvin is a mentor-type guy. We're in the zone right now with edges. You might as well get one more to really max it off. We can get a defensive interior in the second round. We're okay. Or with pick 20. But 20, you sort of want a linebacker. But I say still, Myles Murphy is the move. I don't see a defensive interior yet. Maybe I'll make a decision, later on. But right now, I'm sticking with Myles Murphy. He seems like a really, good player. Now, Lions is a little bit different. I learned over time that Lions should actually take Brian Brees here. Yeah, a little bit weird. The reason why I think that is because Aiden Hutchinson could do a lot. They also still have an edge next to Aiden Hutchinson, so it's not horrible. But defensive interior is a huge thing for the Lions. You might as well build in positions that you're not solid at. I would say defensive interior for Lions. So I say Brian Brees. The first change of the draft really goes to Brian Brees. And yeah, that's at least the change so far. And again, Raiders, I see them taking Will Levis again. It's simple. Derek Carr is going to be gone. He's probably going to be traded for picks, not a quarterback. I just say take Will Levis. You're going to get a young player, almost a young Derek Carr, So maybe that can work out. Falcons. Falcons. In this situation, they would take Brian Brees, but he's not here. So you might as well take an edge as it's one of their needs. Tyree Wilson's available. You take him, Texas Tech, what a player. Panthers. Panthers in my last mock draft traded. It was the first trade of the draft. I'm going to do a little bit of a curveball. I could definitely see criticism from this. I could see people talking about this. I could see people getting on my throat about this. What about Anthony Richardson? Now, at first, I was really contemplating. I was like, no, they don't need a quarterback, right? You got Matt Corral, you got Sam Darnold, you got P.J. Walker. But then I thought maybe this draft, the Panthers can finally connect and say, you know what? We're tired. Just give us our quarterback, and we'll just stop trying from here on out. Get us a quarterback who can almost... I could see Lamar Jackson and Anthony Richardson, all right? I could see something in him. Just change the scheme a little bit. I don't know. Some people say, take a safety, a tackle, a corner. But honestly, it's not going to work out. I see quarterback as a viable option. I don't say they trade down. They take a quarterback finally, really. They're trying to push it, and they finally land here with Anthony Richardson. So I'm going to say they do take him. Weird pick. I know I'm going to get a lot of, criticism from that, but I say, why not? Now, Eagles. I definitely got some talks about this one. The reason why I think they should take a corner here is because, I don't know your team, Eagles fans. I don't know your team as much. But what else is there to give? You have C.J. Gardner-Johnson. You don't really need Brian Branch right now. You don't need a tackle right now. You don't need a wide receiver right now. You don't need an edge right now. And again, an edge is literally flipped. I just want to mention, quick thing I wanted to say. Edges are basically DNs. There's no real difference. If you want to, tell me about things, D-tackle. But an edge is basically a D-end. Best I can explain if any of you guys are wondering. I mean, I don't see it. I don't see wide receiver here either. I just say corner. And I know people are going to give me a lot about this, but corner seems like the most logical thing. You take a corner here. Bradbury is 29. Darius Slay's 31. They're aging. You also have very mediocre corners besides those two. Get Devon Witherspoon, start a new generation of corners, and then you're just farming corners. Not forever. Again, this is only for the 10th pick, right? But if you can have a really stacked corner group, dude, who's going to be able to throw the ball down your throat if you have good corners? So you might as well get a rookie because Slay may go to another team. Bradbury may go to another team. Who do you have left? You have Devon Witherspoon, who I'm going to pick here at 10. I know it is controversial in some ways, but I feel like it's most logical. Now, this draft, Titans actually land their tackle, Paris Johnson Jr. They need a tackle. I don't blame them. I say they take Paris Johnson Jr., and that's it. Done. Right? They need a tackle. Texans. You took Stingley in the last draft. There's a lot of things down here. I say no wide receiver anymore. I changed my mind about that. I feel like that's dumb. I feel like you take the best safety here. Me personally, I would take high rank, of course, because again, I'm favored towards seeing the higher ranks, right? But position-wise, there's no D-line, there's only really edges, and there's a tight end. If you look at analysis, people want a wide receiver. Fans want a wide receiver. Logically, build up the defense a little bit. Give them a really solid safety. I think you're going to be good for a little bit. So that's why I say safety here. Brian Branch goes to the Texans. Controversial, I know, but I feel like it's going to work out that way. Jets now need a tackle. It lands perfectly on them. Peter Strzynski goes to the Jets. Simple. Texans. Not Texans. Patriots. My bad. Patriots now. This is a little bit weird. In some cases, I say corner. In some cases, you say edge even. But I say wide receiver. Because, well, you're at 14. You could take the best wide receiver. If you don't do this now, the Packers will take this dude. You can't do weird trades and move up back again if you draft right here. Packers are right behind you ready to take a wide receiver. And I say they do. I say Patriots take a wide receiver here. Get Mac Jones a weapon. You have Jacoby Myers. You drafted Thornhill last draft. Try to finish it out a little bit because Patriots haven't really developed that many good wide receivers, and you have more picks in the second round. You're okay. Take a wide receiver. Take a chance here. Try to help out Mac Jones. So I say Quinn Johnson goes there. Packers are going to take a tight end here. For sure. You give a weapon to Aaron Rodgers. The reason I don't say edge or Christian Gonzalez is because Jair Alexander, Rasul Douglas, Eric Stokes. Sorry for the Rasul thing. I'm not good at that. Again, I'm bad at names. But you have a good cornerback group. You also have really solid edges. I say you take a tight end. Give a little bit more to Aaron Rodgers. Just give him a tight end, man. Commanders are an interesting one, to say the least. Christian Gonzalez is still available. The edge, Lucas Van Ness, is available. Bijan Robinson is available. They're not taking a running back. We all know that. Wide receivers are available. A tackle is even available. I don't know. This is a real weird one. I say corner. Now, don't get on me about this. I say corner because Christian Gonzalez is available. He's a really good talent. He'll make an impact. Also, you don't have the craziest cornerback group. To me, it just seems logical. They could take an edge here, but they do have Chase Young. They do have Montez Sweat. I say they take Christian Gonzalez here if he drops like this. No brainer. Steelers. I definitely saw a lot on Steelers drafting a corner. Yeah. I saw that, guys. I'm going to say yes for this draft. Look, they need... Actually, no. Mid-video change. Look, I'm going to actually stay with what I said. When I think about it, Kenny Pickett's not going to get any help if we take a corner here. Yeah, you could get tackle second round, but you might as well get a first-round talent, and there's a good amount of corners, so you can take one in the second round. Logically, I feel like this is the move. I'm going to stick with my judgment. I feel like Anton Harrison is the good move here. I say they take him at 17. Lions. They took a defensive interior. I'm just saying, you're looking amazing right now if you take an edge here. It's like my logic, but flipped. Lucas Van Ness has incredible talent. He's a little bit dropped down, but that's okay. You give Aiden Hudson a friend here, you're terrifying, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And you got a defensive interior high enough ranked. Dude, you're chilling. I say edge easily. Easily edge for the Lions here. Buccaneers. They need a lot. This is a good one. logically, this is a real good one. I don't want to do this, but I sort of do. I see Tanner McKee here. Look, I don't know Brady's future. I'm going off of if Brady retires or gets traded. Alright, this is my take. It's really iffy. If Brady stays for another year, of course I'm going to change this. It just... Logically, I feel like quarterback is the move. There's nothing crazy here and needs-wise. I say you take Tanner McKee here. Seahawks, again, I've said this plenty of times. Cool, you could take Osiris Torrance for a guard. Gabe Jackson, Damian Lewis, I actually like a lot. Center, we could definitely get that later on. I say get a linebacker. Linebacker's your biggest need by far because what happened? Look at the 49er game. If you're a Seahawks fan, yeah, we hated that playoff game. It was miserable. But you can notice our linebackers are not doing much. Alright, Cody Barton, cool beans. Jordan Brooks, cool beans. Get Jordan Brooks maybe a friend while he's injured. I say Trent Simpson, no-brainer, easily. Chargers. I say wide receiver. You have multiple good wide receivers available here. I just say why not? Well, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Jordan Palmer. Yeah, but I don't know. Get someone who may not get injured as much because your wide receivers are constantly getting injured. Get some consistency. I may change this later on to a tackle just because of how far he dropped. But I say, let's go Zay Flowers here. Simple. I like it. Let's do it. Ravens. Ravens. You just got yourself a starting wide receiver. Jackson Smith is wide open and ready to play for your team. Boom. Easily. Vikings, on the other hand, they're a little bit iffy. But I say by performance, they take a guy, and I've seen this in the comments, yes. I say Joey Porter. Look, a small school guy like South Carolina, Cam Smith, okay, but I feel like Vikings are more of a, up there guy. I say Joey Porter. Actually, just go to the Vikings here. They need a corner. Patrick Pete is going. I mean, more secondary is nice. And linebacker is not there for them. I'll take it. Jacksonville. I say easily, by far, you give Trevor Lawrence a guard. I say with Trevor Lawrence's breakout year, he had such a good year. Even though, yes, a DB would be nice, get him just some help. Trevor Lawrence is going to become a better quarterback if he gets some O-line help. I say Osiris goes to the Jags here. Giants. Who Giants? I say Jordan Addison. He's available. You could definitely do it. Jordan Addison becomes a Giant. Easily. You don't have... Kenny Galladay's horrible. Darius Slayton's okay. I don't even know who else to name. That's how much the Giants need sort of wide receiver help. Dallas is interesting. I say give an edge to help out Micah Parsons. I know. A little bit dumb and a little bit controversial. But I can't really name anything they really need crazy help with. If you're a Dallas fan and in the comments, you could tell me what you need. Because I don't know exactly what your needs are besides maybe throwing in an edge there, an extra edge. I don't really know. But if you're a Dallas fan, comment down below what team needs you need. I would love to go through and see them so I can, get a real, understanding of what your team needs. But I say here, Nolan Smith, easily Georgia. Yeah. Bills, on the other hand, I say this time they take Bijan Robinson. Look, again, get a guy like a Bijan Robinson and Josh Allen. Like James Cook, yes, we get it, James Cook. I don't know. I still feel like you need running back help. This is a little bit controversial, but I say Bijan Robinson. With him being ranked this high, in dropping this low, I say Bills take them here. Now, Bengals. Who Bengals? You take a tackle here. Reason is, yes, cornerback is right behind him, ready to be took. I don't know. I just see Burrow needing some help, and after free agency and the season it's been, you guys literally, if you watch the Bengals-Bills game, you could see, like, there was a thing pre-game, like, or like like a couple days before the game, it showed the starting O-line of, like, the regular season week 1 starting O-line and compared to now. Injuries are key. Throwing a guy like Jones here in the mix, it'll help. Trust. Broncos country. Let's ride. I don't know much to say because I'm a Seahawks fan, but honestly, what they would need is a good question. I say they take Ika here. They need a defensive interior, start working on that just a little bit. Honestly, sure. I say take him here. Now we got Chiefs. Chiefs are a little bit interesting. Wide receiver, yeah. But I don't see it as much. I don't know. It's interesting to me. They need D-line. I'm not surprised. So, actually, you grab an edge. I say you take the UCLA edge. Easy. Eagles. There's so many edges available right now. You take one. Again, edge means defensive end as well. In my take, there's a difference. They mark edges. Edges are either outside linebackers or defensive ends. It's not just a linebacker. I want to emphasize that. So, again, the reason why you see no DN positions in this thing is because edges sort of represent that as well as outside linebackers. So, I say you take BJ from LSU here. And that's going to end our draft. So, I say all around, this was a way better draft than I did first. As we all know, I got a lot of, criticism for my picks. But I feel like this one is a little bit less and a little bit more in some categories controversial. Comment down below what your takes are. Honestly, in my opinion, I think it was pretty decent. I think I touched up on some things I knew I made a mistake with, and touch up on some things I can back up. Some people dropped that I didn't expect, but it all made sense in the end. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. Guys, I'm having a lot of fun making mock draft videos. This is my second, and it's already been a blast. Guys, hope you guys enjoyed. Like and sub can mean the world to me. Have a great day. And yeah, this was my mock draft 2.0. And yeah, I'll see you next one. Alright guys, peace.